Hello, here I am again in a random park in London, and yeah, I've decided to make this video because it's going to be a little shorter, okay, compared to the former one. Since I left Brazil, I started to see time very differently. The concept of time and the concept of death has changed a lot, at least in my perspective, because I have been trying to do different things on a daily basis. Like I think when we have our routine in our own countries with our own circle of friends, it's very hard to defer, to do something different, to divert from your normal routine. But once you start traveling, once you realize that you don't have a place to actually call home, or you don't have your already known circle of friends, everything changes because you're always facing challenges, and not in a bad way. It's just more exciting. I think that people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s, they think that they're gonna live forever, and that's not true. People think that they have a lot of years ahead, but we don't know. That's the fact. We can die from slipping and falling, hitting our heads, or it could be a disease. Anything can happen. And I don't understand why people are so sure that they're going to live so much. I have heard so many stories of people that are working hard. They have the most amazing work ethic, right? They're going to work until they are 45 and 50 and then retire and then have a good life and enjoy, right, the fruits of their work. But who knows, right? That person is in his or her 20s. That person might not even reach 50. Of course, we all hope to reach an old age, but the fact is that this doesn't happen to all of us. And especially because death is not that uncommon. 166,000 people die in average every day. We have 86,400 seconds a day. That means that 2 people die every second. I know it's a little bit morbid. I don't like to talk about numbers and see ourselves as numbers, but in many situations we are. When it comes to death and birth, we are, right? And of course, birth is a beautiful thing. Many people even see it as a miracle or just genetic code passing, like Richard Dawkins. I like that view a little bit better. But the fact is that we're all gonna die, and it might be way sooner than you think. So why am I saying this? Because it's the first time in my life, am I 26, that I feel extremely grateful for my age. People don't usually say that. Wow, I'm 26, I'm so grateful that I reached that age. But I think we should do that more. I think we should be happy with the age that we reached, because I know that a lot of people actually died before that. And maybe I might die tomorrow. And that gives me this boost of doing something that I like, doing something different, doing something that I think is enjoyable, and risking myself more as well. And there's this terminology, right? Memento Mori, which is thinking about death or being aware that you're gonna die. And I know this can sound morbid, but it gives the possibility of having such a great gratitude towards life. And we usually neglect life. We think that we're gonna have way more time than we'll actually have, because the fact is we don't know when we're gonna die. You can read life expectancy, you can read all of those charts and graphics, but it's just impossible to know. So I am grateful for my 26, and I think you should be grateful for your age too, whether you're 20, 30, 40 or 50 or 60. Try to do more things. Try to do things differently. I'm not saying that you should just start traveling like I did. That worked for me, seeing new cultures, new people, being in a interesting type of discomfort zone. I am learning a lot every day and seeing new things. If I compile my last year in terms of memories, I have way more memories, fond memories in 1 year that I had in 8 years, because well, I had the same circle of friends, I had the same routine, I had the same language around me and the same people. And don't get me wrong, I love my family, I love my friends, I love my country. But it was all the same. So trying to do something different, something that challenges you, can give you this gratitude towards time. So you don't need to travel. Just do something in your city that is different, or surprise people that you love more. Try to, you know, show that you care about them more, and maybe do something that they won't expect. I think that we should be more grateful regarding our age, and whether you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, don't think you're going to live forever, because you're not as young as you think you are. I know that I'm not young, even though a lot of people may think so. A lot of people might think that I have a life ahead of me, and I wish I have. I wish I do. Don't get me wrong, I want to live, and I love living, and that's the time in my life that I most love it, and that's the time in my life that it's the most enjoyable ever. But at the same time is the moment that I am aware that this won't last forever. And yeah, basically what I wanted to say is, if something happens, death doesn't scare me anymore. And this is a very powerful feeling. Think about that. If you're not scared, because you have already done so many things that you consider to be great, that you consider to be enjoyable, that you consider to be achieved dreams, or whatever you call it, death will become less scary. Every single time it's going to become less scary. So I hope you enjoy your day. I'm grateful that you used a little bit of your time to watch this video. That's why I don't want to make it that long, because you need to use your beautiful and valuable time. But again, remember, you are not as young as you think you are. Thank you.